kissing the baby goodnight for 6 days.
Can I just disclaim, none of my family knew.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with another interesting video. Kira Cousins, fake baby scandal. I can't believe this one. This makes no sense whatsoever. Let's dive straight into the details. All right, here we have this article. She says, I'm so sorry, faked baby scandal. Mum addresses scam that shocked social media. I mean, this one here is extremely shocking. I have only just come across this story and I thought, let me bring it to your attention. How does one fabricate a fake baby? We're talking about pictures, messages, scans, baby showers. What the hell we got going on here? How delusional is Kira Cousins? Let's find out.
Can I just disclaim, none of my family knew.
Okay, so here we have Kira Cousins. This is exactly what she looks like. Now, according to what's being said, she's addressed the scam via social media. She says in her own words, I wasn't pregnant, there was no baby, I made it up, and it kept going way too far. She goes on to say, I don't have a proper excuse. I wasn't in a good headspace, but that doesn't make what I did okay. I know this is gonna stick with me for a very long time, and I've probably lost friends that I'm never gonna get back. I'm trying to figure myself out and get help, because the version of me, or this version of me, isn't someone I want to be. What's so crazy, ladies and gentlemen, is that she had the baby shower and everything. These people met the baby, and the baby was fake. It was a doll. It was a doll, and they didn't even realize. What are we going on about?
Kira Cousins from Airdrie in Scotland, the girl I did the video on yesterday, who used the reborn doll to scam her family and her boyfriend and everyone into thinking she was having a baby. It gets so much deeper. So this is her with a fake pregnancy bump. She also faked a gender reveal. And I've tried to take this screenshot, so I've cut her partner out because he doesn't need to be a part of this. She obviously then got her family to buy a £1,000 pram that she knew she'd never need to use. But more people are coming forward to say that she's done this whole thing before.
Wow.
So look at this comment. So, can't believe this happened again. Kira did something similar to me and friends 2.5 years ago. So it happened in 2023. She had the bump, the pictures, and asked families to be godparents in a video. We realised it was fake. We never met Aurora Ray Jean, born on the 21st of the 9th, 2023. Never thought she would do it again.
Wow.
Now, obviously, she wanted to get her money's worth out of the reborn doll. This shows a real level of sickness with the lies, the consistent lies. It reminds me of Ellie Williams. Now, this is the doll that she used. And on this occasion, what's happened recently, she actually fooled her boyfriend, her family, her boyfriend's family, all into thinking that not only was she pregnant, not only did she have a gender reveal, but she also went on apparently to give birth to the baby and send them loads of updates in pictures.
Crazy.
She bought hundreds of pounds worth of baby clothes. Everybody was buying buggies, everything. So excited for this new addition to the family. And the whole time it was just one scam. And she's not faced any consequences legally for doing this.
How can she face no consequences for doing this? She's been playing with people's lives. She has been misleading, deceitful behavior. Doing a bit of research on the internet, ladies and gentlemen, they're saying this is called a factious disorder. They're basically saying this is a psychological disorder. That's what this lady suffers from, a psychological disorder. And they believe it's called FACTITIOUS disorder. Pronounce that however you want.
Ain't no way that people didn't know that that was a reborn doll. You didn't know that Stevie Wonder could see it was a fucking doll. And apparently the girl had done it twice back in 2023 as well, so why are we surprised then if she's done it before?
We think that Kira has made a statement on her TikTok page. Not sure if it's her page or somebody's just posting stuff on there. It's not under her name or anything, it's like a random page. So I've not confirmed whether it's hers or not, I don't think it is. But the statement is basically saying that Jamie, the baby daddy, and his family and her family knew absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Maybe might have had the suspicions, but yeah, this is the statement.
So while I'm not condoning any behavior led by myself, I would like to clear some things up for the people who were involved. Maybe in time I will come out and address others once the right help, etc. has been sought. No one should be hating towards either families, and specifically not Jamie. Jamie has to be Kira's partner. Now, what doesn't make any sense to me, if Kira is pregnant and you've got up to the point of having this baby shower, how the hell does Jamie not know that she isn't pregnant? Like, you're not sleeping together? Are you not going to the appointments with her to do the checkups? Like, what is going on here? How the hell was she able to pull the wool over Jamie's eyes? And God bless Jamie, I feel sorry for him if this is something he's actually gone through. This must be traumatizing. You've gone out of a girl that's made you believe after a number of months that you are going to be a dad, baby shower, money spent, pram this, over £1,000 on a pram. All of this money being spent, ladies and gentlemen, and you find out that it's a doll. In fact, didn't Jamie go to the hospital when she was giving birth? Like, what is going on? The woman was walking around with a doll. She was literally walking around with a doll and made people believe that the doll was her baby, including her partner, Jamie. What are we talking about here? This doesn't make any sense.
Obviously, you can pause to read that. That's the little second bit of it. She basically goes on to say that nobody knew until that Tuesday morning. There's already so much information out there, it's not hard to find, to be honest. But this is just one of the posts when she'd had the baby. Faked having the baby.
Oh, this is Kira at her own gender reveal, and me looking like a fanny at a gender reveal for a doll.
Oh my God, look at the way she's moving. Like
But at the time, believing I was being...
She's laughing at everyone. She ain't laughing at the fact that she's about to have a baby girl and everyone's just found out about the gender reveal. No. She is sitting there laughing at everyone and she's just not all right in her head. Like, how can you be there doing this? This makes no sense. You know, you've got the partner there, you're taking videos, pictures, you got balloons. No, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy.
It's a fake gender reveal. She even fakes medical scans, and that is just the tip of what she did. So about 4 months into this fake pregnancy, she hosts a gender reveal, and everybody is invited, from her family to the father's family to even some of her best friends. And she is accepting thousands of dollars in gifts for this baby that does not exist. She even is telling her friend how sick she feels, how terrible it is to be pregnant, and how the father isn't at any of the medical appointments because he and his family are terrible. Meanwhile, he and his family are the only people that are skeptical about this, but she's painting them out to be like terrible people, so not to listen to them, right? A little bit before she is scheduled to actually give birth, Kira Cousins then posts on her Facebook that the baby has a congenital heart defect. So she's already priming people for what she's about to do. Then the day finally comes where she's supposed to give birth, and she gets a reborn doll. And if you don't know what a reborn doll is, it's basically an extremely realistic version of a baby, but it's a doll. She doesn't let anybody touch the baby at all. There was a point where the friend's mom was looking at the baby and wanted to look at the legs, so they lift up the blanket, and Kira comes running over, putting the blanket back on. It's like, no, don't touch her. Kira texts her friend at one point and is like, I need to get out of the house. Can you come with me? Can you come get me? And the friend comes over to the house. They literally strap this baby in a car seat and go to both Kira's work and the friend's work and introduces this fake baby to all of her work friends. A few days after this, she then deletes
I cannot believe what we are listening to right now. This is out of this world. This has just literally come from another dimension. You are telling me that this one young lady, Kira Cousin, literally went to her workplace with the doll. They all got to meet the doll. The family, the friends, the colleagues. How did she get away with this for so long? I don't know.
Every single photo of this fake baby, pretending like it never even existed. And when people start to question her, she says the baby died. And then it comes out that she had been faking this entire pregnancy, and everything just blows up. So now her friend is on Facebook.
She has to go jail. She has to go jail. She has to serve some time in jail. There needs to be repercussions for these actions, ladies and gentlemen. There is no way she should be able to be free. Even if she has to serve 2 months, there needs to be some sort of rehabilitation process for this lady to understand what she is doing. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, what she has committed is fraudery. It's fraudulent activity. It's a scam. It's misleading. It's deceitful behavior. On that basis, she needs to face the consequences. The consequences of her actions should be mental institution.
Trying to be like, she is a scammer, don't trust her. And that's where we're at now. And I feel like I don't see anybody talking about this, but it's so crazy and it's so unhinged. So I just wanted to talk about it with somebody.
A fake baby scandal has rocked a Scots community after claims a young mum duped her friends and family into believing a doll was her newborn baby. Kira Cousins from Airdrie is accused of wearing a prosthetic bump before pretending to give birth and parading a plastic reborn dolly as a baby girl named Bonnie Lee Joyce to deceive those closest to her. The 22-year-old shared the announcement of her daughter on social media earlier this month, claiming she gave birth alone as Bonnie Lee arrived in the world on October 10th, weighing 5 pounds and 4 ounces. In the weeks leading up to the birth, Kira is shown sharing photos of baby scans and videos of her lavish gender reveal party, along with footage of the baby kicking in her tummy, as well as a series of pictures of newborn clothes and items loved ones bought for Bonnie Lee. She even posted about hospital appointments and complications with the baby, claiming antenatal tests had picked up a heart defect. But outrage unfolded when Kira was outed online as a liar, as friends told how her family and the baby's dad discovered 60-year-old Bonnie Lee was a doll when her mum found the prop in her bedroom.
6 days old. Oh my God, she was still running the scam for 6 whole days. He actually was kissing the baby goodnight for 6 days until he realized it was a doll. Oh, this is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most bizarre story of 2025.
Screenshots of the messages reported to have been sent by Kira shortly afterwards appear to show her telling the man she claimed was Bonnie Lee's dad that their baby had died.
Making the matters worse, you're telling the baby dad after 6 days of him kissing that baby goodnight that, yeah, the baby just died. Wow. Cold, heartless, delusional, insane. It needs punishment. There needs to be some form of punishment for this, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what anyone's got to say. Look, bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, Kira Cousins isn't all there in the head. She's a serial liar. That is what she is. She's a serial liar. Even her friends, people that know her in the local community who have known her for over 10, 15 years have said she lies about everything. She lies about the smallest things, and she lies about things like having a baby in her belly. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. It just sounds extremely insane to me. I need to know exactly what you guys are thinking after watching those videos right there. So leave all of your thoughts, all of your comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if we're newly watching. Turn those notification bells on so you don't miss out on future videos. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.